Hey guys, Token Vaping. Today's juice review is on a line that I was wanting to try for a bit, just because flavor-wise, I've tried a few different versions of it, and it's been kind of a hit or miss. Everybody's trying their best to put out a high-quality, top-shelf flavor, and for what the flavors are, for the most part, they are pretty good. But there are certain flavors that are kind of, in my opinion, since I'm not an expert, I don't make juices, so I don't really know all of what it takes, but I do know it does take a lot of trial and error, quality control, knowledge of mixtures and things like that. But trying to get certain flavor aspects is not the easiest thing to do when you're going for a very specific type of flavor. So the company that I'm reviewing today is Whipped Dream. There are two flavors, as you can tell. One is strawberry based, one is melon based. This is their flavor menu card. And as everybody knows, I am a sucker for the little things, the little add-ons and stuff like that. They did send me two stickers, one of each flavor. These are really cool. They also do have apparel. Now, I do apologize. I normally try to get the apparel when I do the videos so that I can kind of help promote it and everything else. I was not able to at this point. They do have hats and shirts, things like that. If you check out their Instagram or their Facebook, you will see what they are. They are really cool looking. So, in the future, I do hope that I am able to purchase some, just if nothing else, just to have for my own collection and things like that. Now, they do have a website. It is vapewhipdream.com. However, I believe it is still under construction. They are still in the process of finishing it up and everything else. So while it does have some information about their flavors and themselves as well, it's not fully all put together as far as that goes. However, if you go to csvape.com, you can purchase their flavors off of that website. Now, these are the bottles. They are 60 ml bottles. That is awesome. I mean, nowadays everybody's trying to get the most for their dollar, so this is definitely a really good investment. For the 60 ml bottles off of csvape.com, it is right around $25, and it is in 0, 3, and 6. They are 70-30 mix ratios, so definitely gonna have a good pop of flavor, but also good for clouds as well. So these are their bottles. As I said, there are the two flavors right here, and I did save one for first vape, first impression, but also because I did want to prove and show that they do use a plastic safety seal. So that is there, and I will bust that open. But as I said, this is their bottles. They have the full white child safety cap dropper. Now, the label on this, as you can tell, does have a bit of a foil on it as well in a lot of little places, just to add a little bit pop and everything else. So again, it's a very simplistic style label, but it has a very, very high-end art type appeal to it, so that it does pop there. They do have the name of the company, the name of the flavor. This is Strawberry Fantasy. It does have the whipped cream in the back, strawberries here. The typical warning label that is needed on these as well. Their ingredients and their mix ratio, their Facebook, their Instagram, and then their various little warning signs and their nicotine level, and then there is their bottle size. Now, like I said, the name of the company is Whipped Dream. So both of their flavors are going to be based with a whipped cream flavor. This one here, the Strawberry Fantasy, obviously, as you can tell, big shocker, strawberry. It is a strawberry with a whipped cream, and then the other one here, which is Honeydew, it is aromatic melon with the whipped cream as well. So this is basically going to be a honeydew melon, which I am a fan of the flavor, so I'll be interested to see what that tastes like with the whipped cream added into it. Now, the reason why I said what I did on the opening is that most flavors, when they go for this style type, a lot of times it will come off as a cream-based flavor or a custard type flavor, or even a yogurt. Whipped cream, the actual flavor aspect of it, is a little hard to try to pin down, just because it is lighter, it is fluffier than everything else. So trying to get that right combination into a flavor so that it is still light, it is still fluffy tasting, but it's not a heavier tasting like a cream base or custard type thing, is where, in my opinion, I believe the difficulty lies. So it was interesting to try this out and see how this goes. Now, I have had whipped cream in my life, whether it's on a pie, whether it's as on part of a dessert, or whether you just basically take a fruit or something and just dip it into it and then eat it like that. The odd part, at least for me, the odd part was I feel that they got this right because I'm gonna I'm gonna bet that there's gonna be a lot of people that will try this flavor and they're gonna say, well, I don't taste enough of the cream. I don't taste enough of the heaviness to it. In reality, whipped cream is a light enough flavor that it doesn't have a really strong flavor punch to it. It's meant more as an accent on a flavor. So, in reality, not fully getting the cream aspect of it to me is kind of a good thing for that because it means it's closer to what it's supposed to taste like. Now, when I tried the strawberry fantasy on first smell, you definitely get the strawberry, obviously, because that is going to be the main flavor point. Off the vape, it was definitely strawberry, but it was smoothed out strawberry, and on the tail end, you get that light little hint of the cream, which would definitely work. I mean, most people when you dip something into whipped cream or you use it as a topping, it's meant to be a topping or an accent. It's not meant to be smothered in it. It's not meant to be drowned in it. You don't scoop up a whole thing of whipped cream onto one strawberry. So having the lighter tail end of the exhale for it actually to me fits better for the flavor because it actually emulates the whipped cream aspect more because it's meant to be lighter. So for me, this flavor did work. It's definitely strawberry, but it's not just a straight strawberry flavor. It's not a strawberry cream. It's not a strawberry custard. It's strawberry with a lighter hit of the whipped cream aspect. So it definitely does work. Now, at a 70-30, it definitely does have the flavor pop to it, and the clouds were pretty solid for me. I did get a little bit more of a throat hit. Now, it wasn't very, very bad. I mean, it was very subtle compared to what I know a throat hit, how strong it can be. But I did get a slight bit of one, and in my honest viewpoint for that, it's more because the lighter you go on the flavor profile, as long and when it's not a heavy flavor, it definitely does pull out the nicotine or the throat hit a little bit more. So I believe it's because it's meant to be a lighter flavor that you do get a slight hit of it on the throat. Now again, like I said, it is not anything noticeable as far as compared to some flavors where you do your inhale and it literally feels like you took a piece of sandpaper to your throat. This is very slight. It is a little bit of a hit, but you do feel it, and that at least was with the strawberry one. So we will find out with the honey Dewlusion whether or not that's there as well. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and take the honey Dewlusion and I'm going to bust the seal on this, and we're going to go ahead and vape this, and I will tell you what I get out of that. Now, as always, I do want to state that my opinion is exactly that. It's my opinion. It's just how I take to the flavor. It's how I feel off the vape. And in no way am I trying to take away from anybody's personal vaping preference. Everybody has a different one. That's what makes the vaping community so awesome, is that the diversity of all the different backgrounds, all the different vaping abilities, all the different preferences make it so unique that it's cool to have so many various opinions. And that's all it is. I'm not trying to tell anybody how they should feel or how they should take to that. So please don't take it as what I'm saying is supposed to be the same with everybody. I'm just trying to give a more detailed, informative description of what these are so that it might help you make a better decision if whether or not it's something that would work for you. So with that, Honey Dewlusion from Whipped Dream on first smell. Definitely honeydew melon. I love that smell. I don't know why. It just, like a cantaloupe, a honeydew melon, things like that. It just, that fresh, clean, crisp smell of melon is just really awesome. And that's all I smell off of that. So I'm going to go ahead and get my dripper and we will go ahead and put this on. And as you can see, it is dry. It is white. The only cotton that I use since I first tried it is Texas Tough Cotton. It is not a Pansy S cotton ball. It is very well done. It's processed well so that it holds flavor better than some, holds flavor longer than some. It doesn't give off a very cottony taste when you vape it, and I do like it a lot because of that. So if you are interested on Instagram, it's Texas Tough Cotton. Now, I'm going to go ahead and drip this onto my dripper, and hopefully it will follow suit with the strawberry and basically be, you know, the really good crisp honeydew flavor with a slight bit of the whipped cream to help accent the flavor profile and help bring it out a little bit more. So, got that done. Put my top on. And as always, usually at 75 watts, Honey Dewlusion from Whipped Dream. Clouds. For 70-30, those are some impressive clouds, honestly. I've had some 70-30s where it almost seems like the clouds are non-present. Okay, so as you saw, the clouds are really, really good for this. Honey Dewlusion. Definitely have the Honeydew Melon. First taste, throughout most of the inhale, it is all melon, and it definitely is like a ripe melon. Tail end of that is very subtle, but you do get the cream little hit to the end of that. Now, again, I did get a slight, and I mean slight. When I'm saying slight, I mean almost like this, a very slight hit on the throat as far as for the throat hit. And again, I do believe it's because they are trying to make a more pure vape with this, so that the flavors are supposed to be lighter. They're supposed to have more of a crisp feel to it. So when you do bring out the flavor a little bit more, it is gonna pronounce the nicotine a little bit more as well. So you are gonna get a very slight, subtle throat hit. Now, there are some people who are so used to it that they may not feel it at all because that's how slight it is. For me, most of what I vape by choice, as far as my go-to flavors, are a bit thicker and heavier, so I don't get it as much. So when I do feel it, it is a little more on the sensitive side for me. But again, as I just stated, it is just my opinion. So for everybody else out there, nobody else may feel it, and that's fine. That is entirely possible for that to happen as well. But overall, flavor-wise, they taste exactly the way they're supposed to. The Strawberry Fantasy is definitely strawberry with a slight hit on the tail end of that, as far as with an undertone of the whipped cream. The Honey Dewlusion absolutely is a honeydew melon, and that is a great flavor. It, like I said, either one will work, whether it's a hot day, cold day, rainy day. Light on the flavor. As far as whether it's heavy or light flavor, they are not heavy flavors. Definitely light, definitely crisp, but it has a nice flavor punch to it. And it does follow the way it's supposed to, of having the whipped cream, as opposed to a heavier custard or cream based flavor. It's smooth. It really is. Both of them are very enjoyable. Both of them are very light. It is definitely something that you could make an all-day vape, especially if you specifically like honeydew melon or strawberry. If you're looking for something that has a lighter appeal to it, I know on hot days, like for me, if I vape a heavy custard-based or a heavy cream-based vape, it tends to, take its toll, and I can't vape as regularly as I do because it's a lot. These are definitely lighter. The flavors are definitely meant for warmer days, whether it's like a picnic or things like that, where you have strawberries and melons and things like that, fruit salads. So it's definitely something that you can vape regardless of the weather or the day, but it is a nice lighter vape that is just enjoyable because of the flavor punch. It is very cool. So, Whipped Dream. Thank you guys. This was a great honor and a privilege. These are very well done. I like the fact that the whipped cream is not heavy into this. It's not a cream-based flavor. It is a cream accented flavor, and it definitely works for these two flavors. So it very well done on that. Completely awesome. Not disappointing at all for me. Guys, if you like this type of flavor, if you're looking for something that has a little bit of a creamier taste but not too heavy on the cream, or a milky taste to it, definitely give these guys a shot. They are on Instagram, they are on Facebook. Like I said, they do have a website that is still in its finishing stages. That you can also reach them directly by email. Definitely reach out to them if you're interested in purchasing some. It is not a bad deal whatsoever. I mean, basically for the price of what some shops are charging for a 30 ml, you're getting twice that in a 60 ml bottle. So that is a great bargain regardless. If you work at a shop, if you own a shop, if you frequent a shop enough and they don't carry anything like this, or they carry stuff that, you know, may not be up to this level, definitely have them reach out to them as well to have whipped cream brought into the shop. It definitely is something a little different, something to offset, you know, a lot of the heavier base flavors that are on the shelf. Labels definitely pop with that. It'll catch your eye. Definitely really cool. So as always, you know, it is always just an honor and a privilege to do stuff like this for you guys. Whipped Dream, thank you guys so much. Hopefully, you know, more and more people will see this video and they'll be able to bring this into other stores for you or purchase them themselves. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping here on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you enjoy it. Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat. Definitely hit me up. Like, follow, anything. Comment, constructive criticism, concerns, anything that I can do to help better your vaping experience. Absolutely. The number one reason why I do what I do. Anything that I can answer, anything that I can find out for you, I will be more than happy to. It is completely my pleasure and honor. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for all your support, all your likes, all your followings. Thank you for watching this. And until next time, vape on, vape strong. Have a good night.